All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, this is Dr. Chris Featherstone, and once again, you are entering the vault of writing with Russo. Without further ado, how can you write with Russo without this guy here, Vince Russo? How are you tonight, sir?
I am doing all right, Doctor. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. And so we were just briefing a little bit as far as like who's next. So I heard that Edge was a really big success of booking for Edge, and so we came up to an agreement of the next person on deck to write with Russo is Roman Reigns. He is the head of the table. He is the life of the party. He is the he is the top dog, the tribal chief, and whatever you want to name him as well. Right now, he's the Universal Champion, and there is what it seems as if is going to happen is that he's going to go against Edge at WrestleMania. Now, here's the first thing I want to ask you, Vince. We talked about it before on one of our other shows, our post Raw show, and we came up to it. We came up with a pretty good idea of Roman Reigns. It's imperative for Roman Reigns to absolutely decimate Edge at WrestleMania. There's no way that Edge beats Reigns at WrestleMania, right?
Well, booking it the correct way, no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. So I agree, and I surely hope that WWE doesn't make the call out of all of the people in the back that could have a legitimate spot. Edge, nearly 50 years old, been away from the ring on WrestleMania since 2010, I think it was 2011. I think actually was his last WrestleMania. So it's been 10 years since he's been away from WrestleMania. Comes back, wins the title. What would your thoughts be if that happened, Vince?
Oh my God, bro! Like, bro, it can't happen. So I'm not even gonna think about it. You can't beat a guy who is at the prime and perhaps pinnacle of his career with a guy who broke his neck and hasn't been in a wrestling ring, and like you just can't do it, bro.
Yeah.
You just can't do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. He was there, last year, his first time back in WrestleMania in 9 years. This is his first title match back in 10 years. And so, I already know, and I have a very, very high level of confidence that we're going to dive into the realm of writing with Russo. And I got a really, really good feeling that what you suggest, Vince, is going to be much better when the WWE presents. So let's dig and let's dive. I got my pen ready.
Yeah.
The meeting room is ready and is in a session. Let's write with Russo. What do you got for Roman
Chris,
Reigns?
I want to lay down some very simplistic principles that stopped taking place a long time ago. Okay. And these are principles that I practiced over and over and over again. The reason why these are no longer a practice in the WWE, bro, is because that company creatively, please separate the billion-dollar deals they're making from creative. Mm-hmm. It's two different things. I am talking strictly creative. Bro, it is so chaotic, and the structure, the structure is so broken. And they have no idea what they're doing. I mean, bro, we saw that, like I said, calling Christian on Friday night to be in on Rumble Sunday. Mm-hmm. Because there are some very, very, very important elements. Here's the first element, Chris. I was a firm believer in this. Chris, if we had an Austin out, or if we had a Shawn out, or if we had a Taker out, okay? When we had a main player out, what I always needed to know was, when's the return date? Because, Chris, when I know the return date for that individual, what I'm doing, Chris, is I am setting the table weeks in advance and creating that spot. Yeah. So when that guy returns, bro, the roof is going to blow off the place. Mm-hmm. Okay, so setting a table, I always set the table. If Austin's going to be out 4 weeks, I know I got 4 weeks to go. Mm-hmm. With that being said, okay, to me, with Roman, I would have had to know, they have to know, what is the future with Brock Lesnar? Is Brock coming back? When is Brock coming back? I have to assume Brock is coming back. Okay. Now, if I know Brock is coming back, we have a huge table to set here. We have some huge drama to create.
Yeah.
But Chris, this is where they've already dropped the ball. Okay. First of all, bro, if you remember when we first saw Heyman with Reigns, bro, remember it was the end of a SmackDown and it was a shot of Reigns and then we panned over to Heyman. No. There should have been an entire story of Paul going from Brock to Reigns, whether he was fired, whether there was a disagreement, whether he didn't like the way the company was using him. That's probably the route I would have went. If I was Brock, I don't like the way they're using me. Paul, you're supposed to be in there negotiating, blah, blah. You ain't doing nothing for me. Yeah. You got to give me that story first.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know they split. Now we know why they split. We didn't get any of that. Okay. Then, bro, you have to start leading into Paul really becoming subservient to Reigns. Bro, we know the bro, you know the marks, you know the, social media, you know that whole group, you know they love Heyman. You start getting sympathy over Heyman for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. Just have Roman dogging him. Then, bro, we see him on the phone. Here comes, put the phone away. You stop dropping little clues. He's talking to somebody. Of course, everybody's going to want him to be talking to Brock. That's what everybody is going to want. But bro, like, I'd say I'm 99% certain Brock is going to come back. If they know he's going to come back and they know when he's going to come back, all this stuff needs to be, they need to start laying this stuff out, telling the story, bro. So when Brock does appear on TV, it is absolutely huge. Okay, bro, here is an interesting dilemma, Chris. This is a very interesting dilemma because I am of the school of, bro, you got, bro, if it were me, Chris, I'm sorry, Edge, I love you. I work with the guy. Great guy. Bro, you had your day in the spotlight. Reigns needs to beat Edge in 10 seconds. I'm sorry, bro. No disrespect. Bro, it's Roman's time. Yes. It's his. But I was just watching an interview with a baseball player that retired, Alonso, and, he was saying it wasn't my time anymore. It wasn't my time. Bro, Edge has had its time. All due respect. Yeah. Reigns needs to crush him.